Hey everyone, welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hope everyone is enjoying their evening. And if you are watching live, go ahead and put hashtag live. If you are watching the replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. And I'll tell you something funny that I was doing. I actually thought I went live and I was just, man, I was going in. And then to find out, like, I wasn't even live. So it's just great to be live because I actually see the live sign. So hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's having an amazing, amazing night. Today we're going to get into financial, like something you can really apply to yourself individually. Again, this is going to be different for whether if you have a company, but really for you as an individual. This thing right here, this tactic right here is really going to help know where to really implement and to really apply some of your financial strategies that you've heard, because we've talked about how to overcome the overwhelm of debt, but sometimes it's really hard to know what things to tackle first. And I will say for each and every individual, it is different. So today we're going to go into how we can tackle some of these things and how to really understand and know the different seasons within our financial life, right? So, sort of trying to think, like there was something that I wanted to share, and I think I will go ahead and share it. But um, so like many of us probably, just again, like I said, some of us are in a same receded sequences of events, right? We talked about financial cycles. And so I did want to say this: if you guys are watching a replay, go ahead and put hashtag replay. If you're watching live, go ahead and put hashtag live. So hello, I'll look at the comments, I'll answer your questions. And so I did want to talk about a little bit about what I am offering towards the end of the video, which is really, really amazing, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're trying to, hey, understand finances and understand how to, what to do as far as your money's concerned. Definitely want to check out the program that I have coming up. And so, yeah, so really with me and my husband, you guys probably heard of my testimony of how, we've had to overcome uh-oh, my internet signals I see is kind of getting a little bit low, but we had to overcome a lot of just financial hurdles and dips and walls and different things like that. I wanted to talk about where sometimes when things are just going well, right? You're paying your bills, you're doing your thing right, or even if you're no matter what stage you're in, you're just doing your thing. Well, there are two types of seasons that you got to really be mindful of. And in the Bible, they talk about that there's a tribe called Dan, that they understood the times and the seasons. And so it's the same way with our money and our finances. This is going to hopefully be a game changer. One of the things that we've learned, especially for me, I'll speak for myself, as I have learned and learned about financial uh, like personal finance classes and different courses. I've heard about financial balance, getting a balance on your finances, right? And one of the things that I recognized was that something really shifted my thinking from thinking just about balance, right? And let me give you the definition of balance. So, balance is an even distribution of weight, enabling someone or something to remain upright and steady, right? It's just a steady, right? We want to make sure everything has equal distribution. Balance is a condition in which different elements are equal or in correct proportions, right? Equal proportions. And then also it's a condition of something in which its weight is equally divided so that it can stay in one position and under control while it's moving. And so this is the thing that we've learned about is a season of how to be in financial balance, right? We think of balance, everything just has to be even. Time has to be equally distributed. Money has to be equally distributed. Everything is under control. But I will tell you another season that we have to just be mindful of, and sometimes not feel guilty about this other season that sometimes we can find ourselves in. And that season is called a season of focus. So let me explain. There is a season of balance and there is a season of focus. Sometimes there are things that happen within your life that's going to cause you to come into a season of focus, right? And so, for instance, you're paying your bills, you're doing this, and then next thing you know, something catastrophic happens to where now you're going to have to focus your resources, your money, your time to something, right? To that thing, and you have to put your focus in that. Well, that is what happens whenever there are seasons of focus. So if you can think in your life, I mean, right now, if nothing is like a sore thumb, right? If nothing is urgent, then you can consider yourself, okay, I am in a season of balance. But there comes a time where you can be in a season of focus. And I talk about the two strategies that we have. We have our financial offense and our financial defense. Our financial defense is that you protect what's coming in, that you do whatever you can to protect. And sometimes you got to focus. That's why I see people who are determined to pay off debt or credit card bills. They are in a season of focus, right? So they're going to ignore some of the other things. I'm not talking about your necessities, but ignore some of the discretionary expenses. They're going to ignore some of the extra expenses so that they can hone in on paying off the debt. Sometimes, so that's financial defense. You're protecting. Sometimes, whenever you're in a season of focus in financial offense, when you're using that strategy, you're focused on meeting a certain revenue goal. And I'll tell you this, I know that there was a saying that people said, okay, well, the average streams of income of a millionaire is seven, right? That statement is true within itself, but I'll tell you this is that it's taken out of context because what people translate that to is they translate that to, okay, I'm going to use seven streams in order to get to a million, right? When in reality, they're saying once they get to a million, and normally the ones that get to a million, they have a certain focus. They have a certain service, they have a certain product, or they focus on an area. They focus on digital products, or they focus on coaching, or they focus on a particular service that can help elevate and grow their income just one way or the other. But again, it takes focus. And once they have enough resources, right, to play with, then they're able to invest. If you think about who was it that I heard this from? But I took this from someone, but think about LeBron James, right? I think he's like a billionaire right now. But the thing is he focused on one thing, right? Basketball, that was able to bring in those resources. And from that, he was able to build. And you think about Shaq, you think about now he owns, I mean, he's invested in so many other companies, right? He's doing a whole lot of things. But the thing is that they took one thing and that they were able to drive up their income so that they can meet that particular goal. Again, it wasn't because of balance. It wasn't because they were thinking about all the other 20 things that they had to do. It was the fact that they had a specific goal or target that they had to meet. And regardless if it's financial defense and financial offense, you've got to have a season of focus. There is a difference. When you're in a season of balance, you're able to just, you know, distribute your money and kind of be in an ebb, you know, like really be in a place to where you can not evenly distribute, but just pay whatever you need to pay or make whatever you need to make. But the thing is that in order to reach like another goal, you have to get a level of focus in. And it goes the same for your time. I know a lot of people say, hey, how do you do it as a wife, as a mom, as a business owner, as being in the academic field? So many things, right? Like so many things, and helping supporting like my mom and my special needs sister. Like, how do you do it all, right? How do I do it? I know it's by the grace of God. Um, Seriously, but I would have to apply this principle is that one of the things that has been really important, and one of the things, honestly, just to be transparent, that I've had to learn how to implement are um, are complete focuses that I've had to do in different times of seasons is really implementing rest. That's something that I've had to do. And so the thing is that um, sometimes you can't be you can't function. Let me say that. I'm still a wife, I'm still a mother, but when I'm at work, I can't function as a mother, right? I can't function as I better not be functioning as a wife not at work, but but no, but I can't function in those other areas even though that is a piece of my identity, right? And so the thing is that I had to learn, okay, what season am I in? What time am I in? What hour am I in at this moment? What is needing my focus right now? When the kids come home from school or wherever they're at, okay, what is needing my focus right now, right? Okay, so that is where we have to learn how to um, understand where we are at that particular moment. And I can say, I can be the first to say that sometimes when I am sitting down and there is nothing necessarily grabbing my attention or urgent, sometimes what happens is that everything everything seems to come at me, right? The mom, the wife thing, the biz. Okay, something needs to happen in business. This needs to happen as a wife, you need to do this for the kids school, you need to do this for, I mean, there's so many things that come at you. But the thing is okay, what is this season for? And I would say that, as I say, give every dollar an assignment. Is very important to give every hour and every season an assignment. So um what else had happened? Oh, I know something like whenever my son had an asthma attack, basically, there was nothing else that I didn't need to be in balance at that point, right? I didn't like at that point, and this just may be a life thing, but at that point, when my son was having an asthma attack, the most important thing that I had to do for him was take him to urgent care or take him to the doctor, right? At that point, I wasn't thinking, oh no, as a wife, I need to do the dishes. A shout out to my husband. I mean, on a for real, he does dishes and like we both like figure out what to do when we need to do it, right? There's like no roles. Let me not sit here and pretend like I'm always cleaning and stuff, because I don't know if my sister-in-law's on here, Jaquetta, but she'll definitely let you know that like we both just try to get in where we fit in on that. But anyways, at that moment, I couldn't figure out what was priority. Okay. At that point, what was priority was my son and being a mother and making sure that his health um, needed to be taken care of. And so, even in your financial life, there may be something that you need to tend to, right? And two things, talking about credit here, that really need to be taken care of, I would say, is that if there are any type of judgments, right? Judgments on your credit, those are any type of judgments, you definitely want to take care of those, because those can, like, I don't think you'll be able to like buy a house or buy a car or something like that. So sometimes in your financial seasons, it's important that okay, what is needing my focus right now? What is actually needing my focus right now? And then financially, right? Is it self-care? Is it my mental health? Is it building continuing to build my passive income streams? What is it that needs my focus instead of balance? A lot of us strive for balance, but sometimes balance doesn't work because there has to be seasons of focus. So those are the two seasons. Of course, there's other seasons that I'm going to talk about, but those are the two seasons that I would really consider is, what season am I in? Okay. Is this just balance? Is everything pretty balanced? We're good. I can, or is there something that needs to be honed in and focused on? And this is not something to say, got to work, 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 right? But it has to be, sometimes that focus has to be self-care, right? It has to be your mental health. It has to be your physical health. I mean, whatever it is, okay, do I need to invest into my physical health? Do I need to do that? Do I need to invest into counseling service for my mental health? Do I need to invest into a business coach, or do I need to invest in different stocks or NFTs or cryptocurrency or something, right? You have to know the difference between balance and focus. And let me go ahead and give you the definition of focus. I didn't think I did that, but it means to pay particular attention to the state or quality of having or producing clear visual definition. So the thing is that the emergency that came up with my son, I had to that became very clear. I needed to get my son to the doctor, right? That became very, very clear. Or even a few weeks ago when I got COVID, right? I didn't know I had COVID, but I know that I needed to take my body, like take myself to like the doctor and figure out what was wrong with me, right? That became very clear. I had to pay particular attention to. Because the thing is that sometimes when you don't focus on those things or what's priority, everything else can get off of balance. So sometimes in those seasons, whenever you know something needs focus, you're needing that focus because it's going to establish the balance for the rest of your areas. And so just being aware of that. It says a center of interest or activity, or to concentrate attention or effort or focus on the most pressing needs. And so that those are the definitions of focus. And so that's the thing that you can take, you can apply. It's just to do a monitor, do a check over your finances, over your time, over your life. Okay, what right now in this season, it's very hard to stay in the past of regret, right? We know, okay, I wish I had done more of this. So let me make it up in this season. Maybe that season is past, but there's another way you can invest into something that you are regretting. This is for somebody. So if I'm thinking about, ooh, man, I last week I didn't spend as much time with my kids, or even if it can even go longer than that. It can be your kids are fully grown, but maybe you were constantly gone as a parent, right? Maybe you made some financial decisions, right, and learned some lessons that were really hard, right? And now you're sitting there thinking in the past. Well, sometimes whenever you're doing that, you can't really stand fully in the present. And so the thing is that if there's any guilt, any shame of things that happened in the past, you got to let those go so that you can be in the present. Another thing that happens is sometimes we look to the future. And we're not looking in anticipation, and we're looking at it with anxiety. We're getting nervous. Oh no, what if I lose this money? Oh no, what if this happens? Oh no, there's a recession coming. Oh no, right? And we're so focused, right? And I know the Bible says like don't worry about tomorrow, right? That's not to say carefree, but I believe the worry, whenever I looked up the root word, was to like have a divided mind, right? To have that unsurety and non-clarity, and just to understand that like the birds, I don't know if they think about tomorrow, but I mean every day they find a worm or something, to eat, right? I mean, God provides. And so the thing is, we have to not be too stuck in worrying and anxiety of the future. Can't be stuck in the guilt of shame and guilt of the past. Because that doesn't keep us in our present moment in this season. Also, too, there can be distractions on the side, right? Distractions with your money, distractions with your time, distractions with your energy. So you've really got to say, okay, Lord, what in this season do I need to focus on in order to get the rest of this in balance? And I know for me, a doctor had told me like, yo, you've got to really take care of self-care, because if you don't, like you're not going to be able to take care of other things. You're not going to be able to take care of other things because you're just worn out, right? You're just not able to get enough rest. So that's the thing. So I would just, and like basically I would say implore, right? I don't know why these Bible words, right? I would request that you really sit down and really think about, okay, what season am I in, right? Especially if you're a parent, especially if you know that you are relied on for some type of care, figure out what season are you in right now, right? Right now it's the summer, school hasn't started. So, there's different needs, there's different focuses, there's different things that help you be balanced, right? And so the thing is, just figure that out. And once you recognize a key thing to really hone in on, then you're able to put your focus there. But then as you put your focus there, just figure out, okay, are there any type of sacrifices, or is there anything that I can delegate, or is there anything that I need to get rid of that is causing me not to have balance and focus? So that's a financial tip. That is a financial tip. Figure out. Sometimes it's not all about financial balance. Sometimes it's about focus. Let me go ahead and go to Facebook and figure out if there are any questions on here. Oh yeah, I saw someone laugh. I wonder what I said. I know I said something crazy. I'm focusing on Jesus. We need to bring in some money. He he got the ties, I got the marketing. That's right. That is totally right. That is it. Listen, and sometimes God will direct you in that arena as well too. So, really just focusing on that, even with prayer, God will tell you this is what you need to invest in. If it's your kids or whatever that is, right? It's like he'll lead you every single day, and just knowing that, okay, it's the end of July, we're getting ready to start school, so I can just come at it as from coming from the viewpoint of a mother. That is something that I do think about. And also too, even in my career, right? I'm in academia. So we think about, okay, what seasons are we actually in, right? Are there, students getting ready to come back, right? So even if you're in a traditional setting, students are getting ready to come back in August. So I mean, just so many different things. And even in your business, where are you at in your business? Are you in a place to where you need to focus, or can you have some balance? Is it a season of balance? So yeah, so let me know if you do have any questions. And also, as promised, I'm going to talk about my course that I have. I have different modules. We're going through 8 weeks. Listen, we're going through 8 weeks of great financial coaching, where we're going through the financial foundations, technologies used within your business, how to find some KPIs and figure out KPIs within your business, and just some advanced strategies such as tax strategies that can help save money within your business. So if that sounds like you are interested in that, go ahead and put down a comment or inbox me, and I will get you that information. I do have a flyer coming up soon, but I wanted to let you know it was marked for $14.97, but it is $9.97. So that is great. 8 weeks. I mean, honestly, to have that much like advice and all of that from a CPA, that is crazy, crazy deal. Yeah, because CPA rates are definitely, they typically raise their rates around the end of June 30th. Yeah. So this is the time that they normally do it. But to have 8 weeks of coaching support, 90-day support, I would definitely say that is something to invest in. So I hope you guys are having an amazing, amazing Friday, and I will talk to you later. God bless.